Hello everybody, my name is Shreya Dhingra and I once again welcome you all to the Finstudyclub video series. In our today's session, we'll be going to cover the 6 code of ethics and the standards of professional conduct. Alright, so before we start with our session, I would just like to share one small thing from my own experience, that there will be a lot of viewers here who might think that ethics material would not require as much intellectual effort as, let's say, quants or maybe derivatives or fixed income. We might think that we know this is ethical, this is material, we do not rob, steal, or cheat, we are good people, so we will be able to identify ethical versus unethical and collect some excess points on exam. Well, I have a news here for you guys. In fact, not a very good news, that ethics material is not so easy. So yeah, keeping this as a bottom line in mind, we'll just start with our today's session. 6 Code of Ethics. It is basically a 6-point platform which explains what constitutes the ethical behavior. So let's dive in and look at it. Code of Ethics Part 1. We are supposed to act with integrity, competence, diligence, respect, and in an ethical manner when dealing with public, clients, prospects, employers, employees, colleagues, basically everyone that we would come in contact with. So the broad statement here that we can have is that it is ethical to act in an ethical manner. Moving on, part 2 says that always keep the integrity of the investment profession and client interest above personal interest. Now the last part here, that is above personal interest, is gonna be seen repeated several times as we move forward in the ethics material. So the bottom line here is that whenever there is any conflict, client interest always comes first, and there is never ever any violation of that. What about part 3? Use reasonable care and independent professional judgment when conducting analysis, making recommendations, taking investment actions, and in any other professional activity. So this is simply to say that we have to have reasonable care and independent professional judgment when we are acting in our professional capacities. That is part 3. Now let's jump on to part 4. We are supposed to practice and encourage others to practice in a professional and ethical manner that will reflect credit on themselves, that is on ourselves, on our institution, and on our profession. So basically, be a credit to the investment profession is what part 4 is all about. Number 5. Promote integrity and uphold rules governing capital market. Basically, when we are talking about the ethical behavior or ethical standards, we cannot do anything that is going to undermine the integrity of capital market. So uphold capital market rules and regulations is the basic idea here. Number 6. Finally, I think that this sets a very high and a very good standard, so pay attention here. Maintain and improve the professional competence. That is, while the next couple of years, as you're going through the CFA program, you're going to be improving your professional competence, because nobody gets a CFA charter without learning something. And strive to do the same for other investment professionals. That is, we are supposed to be competent and we are supposed to help those around us to be competent as well. So this is basically for ourselves plus others. Alright, so this is the code of ethics, and now I guess most of us can say that if we conducted ourselves within the bound of this code of ethics, we could be better as a profession or as individuals practicing within the profession. Okay, now the time consuming part of the study is going to be the standards, that is, the standards of professional conduct, and that is where we are now. These are divided into 7 parts, and some of you may feel that only 7 parts doesn't seem so bad. But the problem here is that these parts have a bunch of subparts, and it goes as: number 1, professionalism; number 2, integrity of capital markets; number 3, duties to clients; number 4, duties to employers; number 5, investment analysis, recommendations and actions; 6, conflicts of interest; and number 7, responsibilities as a CFA institute member or CFA candidate, and the subparts of course that we will elaborate as we move further. Now, I think that some of these standards might be more important in terms of generating testable concepts than some of the others. As we have seen earlier, that duties to that sorry, I'm sorry. As we've seen earlier, the client's interest always come first. So duties to clients is one of the most important standards here on which you need to concentrate. And then the next one is investment analysis, recommendations and actions, which is the another important area. Remember here that I am not saying that the other standards are not important, but I do think that you need to pay some special attention to duties to clients and investment analysis, recommendations and actions, that is number 3 and number 5. And on this note, we end with our today's session. In case of any query, write to the subject matter expert at finstudyclub@gmail.com. We will try to get back to you ASAP. You can even subscribe to our channel on youtube.com. Thank you.